Well, welcome everybody. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I was just gonna say, and thank you so much, Wendy, for your donation. That's so awesome, girl. That's awesome. That's perfect. That's be shared. Sorry, I'm just grabbing my glasses. I realized I didn't put them on. It's kind of hard to see um, far away without them. How you doing, girl? Oh, what did I do? Oh, it's a bit okay. And let's go ahead and start the queue. Me too, girl. Me too. Busy, busy, busy. I had a doctor's appointment today. Everything's all good. It's just like a regular like checkup. Um, but my doctor is far away. It's like an hour drive away. Um, Although my doctor is also near the outlets, and I'm not an emotional spender. I was a real like retail therapy girl up until like my 30s because I was like, you can't, Sophie, like, don't do that. But today I just felt called to go to the outlets, and I usually go to three. I usually go to Karl Lagerfeld, Karl Lagerfeld, um, Alexander McQueen, even though I can't afford anything there. Miniso, which is like Sanrio. I don't know if you've ever been to a Miniso, and All Saints. And I've never actually I own a bunch of All Saints clothing. I get it for cheap on eBay. um, and I've never really found cheap stuff at All Saints when I go to the outlet. But I've been coveting this emerald green dress. It's this long satin emerald green dress, and I've been coveting this dress for 2 years. I remember seeing it not last Christmas, but the Christmas before, and it was $186. And my brother's girlfriend, I was with my brother's girlfriend and my mom, and my brother's girlfriend was just like, "This looks." She's from Turkey, and everything that they have there is like made in Turkey. She's like, "It's such bad quality. It's so expensive. Why do you shop here?" I'm like, "I like the clothes. I'm sorry." Like, ugh. Anyway, I go back today. It was meant to be, girl. It was Bashir. They still had the dress. They had four of them, and it was on clearance for $50. Down from it was 70% off, and they had four size 12s and one size two. And that's the other thing is a lot of the stuff that they have that's really cheap is usually bigger sizes. Um, I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, it was meant to be. It was an amazing, right, girl? And even the guy that was helping me was like, "Whoa!" Like, I didn't realize this dress was so cheap. I'm like, yeah, because I own a couple of other All Saints satin dresses, and I'll get them like for cheap. But I've seen how much they are like retail, and it's usually $200, 180, $200 or so. It's really expensive, but they fit it, girl. I gotta take a picture of it and put it on my Instagram or something. It fits like I feel like Jessica Rabbit. It's so beautiful. Like it just the tailoring is so perfect. That's what I love about their clothes. Like it's not the best quality. Like if you get older Olsen stuff, like it's better quality. Like their quality is going a little downhill. But they do replace stuff if stuff goes it rips or tears. They're really good about that. They'll just send you a new one. That's happened twice to me, so that's cool. But yeah, I'm so happy. I know, thank you. It was an amazing steal. I haven't had something like that in a while. But I got this cute little thing from Miniso. I'm gonna unbox it. It's like a secret character thing. Let me show you real quick. I was gonna unbox it earlier, and then I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it on my live stream. I know somebody's gonna think it's cute. Oh man, you can't see it. It's too bright. Let me try and. Isn't that so cute? It's Cinema Roll, and these are all the characters: Kiki and the Little Twin Stars, My Melody, Pachaco, Pomperin, Cinnamoroll. I hate Kuromi, but apparently this, yeah, kind of expensive. $16 for this, I know. But I hate Kuromi, and it's not likely that I'll get her. I know I love blind boxes. I haven't bought one in a while. This is the last blind box I got, and it's really cute. You can like put stuff in it. It's like just a little like jar. Hey Phyllis, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, Nightbot's always here. I always invite Nightbot here. So yeah, I'm gonna open this live. I can't believe I spent that much money on that. It's a little embarrassing, but I haven't got a blind box in so long, and it cheers me up. It's the little things. So Miss Wendy, so you've had a busy week. I feel like it's been that way for so many people, and I'm not dismissing you and how busy your week is at all. Like I'm like I'm sure it's really really busy. I'm hella busy. Like everyone I know is just like running all over the place. Oh shit, he is. I hate that too. I hate overthinking, but like we feel energies. Yeah, let's get into that. Oh dear. Okay. Did Ian talk to him? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is Samuel pulling back from Wendy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is Samuel pulling back from Wendy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is Samuel pulling back from Wendy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is Samuel pulling back from Wendy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is Samuel pulling back from Wendy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is Samuel pulling back from Wendy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is Samuel pulling back from Wendy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is Samuel pulling back from Wendy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is Samuel pulling back from Wendy? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why is Samuel pulling back from Wendy? No, Ian has not. Okay, okay. Got a cold, felt bad most of yesterday, spent most of today in bed. I'm sorry, Phyllis. I'm sorry, love. Yeah, there's definitely stuff going around. I like all day, especially when I was at the doctor's, like washing my hands constantly putting on sanitizer. Even and then I went grocery shopping afterwards, and I hate like touching the carts. Like and they didn't have any of the wipes for like the handle, or I actually use basket, but still I hate touching that stuff because I touch my mouth a lot. I pick at my lips and I do, and it's horrible. You know, it's icky. Yeah. I haven't. Where's the wood? I haven't gotten a cold in a very long time. I have had stomach flus. Like, I've had like 2 this year. And it's like, damn, it's like I can't afford this. Like I need to work, you know. But at the same time, like, Phyllis, if you're feeling ill, yeah, you've got to stay in bed. You got to take care of yourself, and um, good. Like that's really good that you're doing that, Phyllis. Because some people will just take, you know, Dayquil and keep on going, and that's not good. That's what I saw the attorneys doing when I worked at a law firm. And I swear I probably contracted every strain of the flu because they would always come into work. Hey, Steph. Yeah, before we begin, I wanted to say I'm using my Mars Power Tarot deck. Charlie Quintero is one of my favorite tarot artists. I have Moon Power. And she's also the creator of this Jupiter Power tarot deck that I use as well. Her work is available on Etsy. She also has a website called sixsadgirl.com. I should buy my UV light. I haven't gotten a cold in years since I was in Ohio. I'm so sorry, Phyllis. That reminds me. After Wendy's reading, I need to go take a vitamin because I need to like start doing that. Yeah, check out Charlie Quintero, Six Sad Girl, Mars Power. There's also Star Power. I really want that one. She's awesome. She lives out in Joshua Tree with her girlfriend, and all the pictures of her, she paints her skin a different color. Like sometimes in pictures it'll be like turquoise, and sometimes it'll be like bright yellow. Like she's just really cool. She's really like very psychedelic. These are very psychedelic. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords reversed, the High Priestess reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, and King of Cups reversed. Holy moly, guacamole. See, I'm touching my lips. This, yeah, your intuition is right, is spot on. Wendy, I'm really sorry to say. I'm concerned that he's not a totally single Pringle. I know he's talked about the fact that he lives in Europe and he doesn't have someone, but with this 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords reverse, it makes me question if he has a girl back home that he doesn't want to betray. And he, with this High Priestess reverse, yeah, he does have, I'll tell you this, his feelings for you are sincere, Wendy, and they always have been, but at this point, you see him, you feel him pulling back, right? That's your intuition. He's denying his intuition with this High Priestess reversed. His intuition is saying, like, Wendy's a wonderful woman and it would be so great to be with her. And something else is telling him it's going to be very difficult to balance her into my life. I don't know how I would make this work. So maybe there isn't a girl back home. That might not be the case. It could be the living situation. He's not sure if his visa is going to be extended. If he falls deeply, madly in love with you, and then he has to go away, and he physically just cannot be with you. That's going to be King of Cups reversed for both of you. He doesn't feel like he can be your king at this time. And this is, as I always say, Wendy, people are constantly in flux. People are not static. They're constantly changing. People change their mind. People will be in a certain place mentally, and then they move away from that. I kept on bringing up the fact that he's going back. That is a big one. I think that's I think that's the kicker, girl. I think his feelings for you are deeply sincere. I feel it. I felt it from day one. Remember, you asked if you could trust him, and Spirit said yes, but he's really into you. Like, and you never asked. So but if Spirit tells me something to tell you, of course I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to hold that back. And I felt, because I was feeling some romantic energy too, so I was communicating with my guides, and they just nodded, just like, yeah, like he is into her. But I want some clarity with this Queen of Swords reversed. Now I'm feeling an energy of insecurity, of fear. Distance is a real bummer in relationships if you can't make it work. And if he's bound to his work in Berlin or somewhere in Germany, I don't know where he lives in Germany, but he lives in Germany, right? If he's going to have to go back to work in Germany, excuse me, say he can request to, I'm guessing he can request to transfer to your location that I'm not going to dox, but it's not set in stone. It's not. They could deny that, and that would break both your guys' hearts. If he wasn't, if they didn't transfer him permanently, I think they still want him in Germany, and I think he knows that. I know he said that they are trying to extend his visa, but it's like, what is that, like an extra 3 months or something? And especially right now, honey, it's really hard to, like, with this monster. And I'll say it, I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of who's running our country right now, and y'all know it. And if you have a problem with it, you can get out, that's fine. But I'm not a fan. I'm an immigrant. My parents are immigrants. I was born in England, and I moved here when I was a baby. I'm an immigrant. His wife is an immigrant. He's okay with immigrants so long as they're white, it seems. It's disgusting. But even now, I feel like that's a problem. Like, even, like, Europeans, like, who want to move here, it's going to be really, it's so much harder than it's ever been. He has to wait it out another year in Germany because citizenship. Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard. It's not hard in Europe. Like I told you, if I want to move to Europe, one of my friends asked me, a Jewish friend of mine, she was like, so what's your escape plan? In case they try to take us away again. I was like, well, I have an Irish passport. So I'd move to Ireland. And if shit goes down here that I can't handle, I'd have to find, I'd continue doing what I'm doing. And I'd have to find other income like I do now. For real, Wendy, for real. It's not just immigrants. It's not just Jews. It's everyone. He don't like anyone who isn't a hetero white man or a white woman with huge boobies who's he can just grab. It's disgusting. And I don't look at the news anymore because it gets me so angry. But yeah, you're right. We all need an escape plan. We all, as women, all of us ladies, Like I would not be surprised if birth control was going to be illegal. I know they're going to take away Plan B. Um, there was that woman in I think she was in Kansas or somewhere, and she had an ectopic pregnancy, or Texas, where the I'm sure you know, but it's where the baby is not in the womb, the baby is in the fallopian tube, and you have to have an abortion or else you'll die. You can't, that baby is not going to survive. It's really, really sad and really painful. So she went to Mexico. No, I don't think she went to Mexico. She went all over the place trying to find someone to operate on her, this ectopic pregnancy, and she died. I think she was like 27 years old. And this is one, like all of us as women, like if anyone voted for, like any woman who votes for him or voted for him, like I don't align. I don't align, and I much love and blessings, but it's just very, if any woman agrees with what he says, it's just like, you don't support women, you support rapists, you support monsters, you know. Anyway, politics, gross. Let's get back to love. But politics are a part of this, honey. Politics, like it is getting so much harder. Like I mean, living in California, I feel so scared for all of the wonderful Mexican immigrants that we have here that might be illegal because they had to leave, and they should be able to leave. What they're, they work. I shouldn't say they, because not everyone's the same, but all the Mexican immigrants I know, like, and the friends that I've had, like they're not a problem. Mexico's not a problem. Mexican people are the chillest people. Like, for real. Yeah, whenever I go to Mexico, I'm just like so amazed at how chill people are. And anyway, let's get back to this. I'm sorry I got on a tangent about that, but it just upsets me. I want to analyze this Queen of Swords reversed, okay? I feel like the Queen of Swords first, I feel like he feels defeated, which would make sense. Everything's up in the air, and if he falls deeper for you, because he's already fallen deep, then he won't be able to be stable. The King of Cups, the traditional artwork, is a king sitting on his throne on a rocky ocean. But no matter how rocky the ocean or the tide is, he always remains balanced on his throne. Whether things are good or bad. Poor communication from a coworker. That's what I legit just read in my beautiful black book. Reversed career meaning. Poor communication. I kept on going back and forth too. Yeah, because it's the same deal. If you fall for him, and you've already fallen a little for him, but I've decided to just say, let's just. I'm so surprised that YouTube allowed you to type the F word. It normally won't even. Wow, right on YouTube. I won't say it because I get in trouble when I do, or if someone's watching that doesn't like me or whatever, I can get reported. So I'm not going to say that word. It's so hard for me not to swear on this channel, but I do a good job. But I've decided to just say F it. Let's just go with it. No, you're all good, girl. You can say whatever you want. You can swear to the high heavens. I'm impressed that because other people they'll type things like the F word or SHIT or whatever. I was actually reading all the rules about that, and it's like you can't say the F word. You get demonetized if you say the F word more than 3 times in the first 10 minutes. They have all these weird guidelines. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what? So you can say the F word later on in the video? Like, how does that? I don't know what they're trying to do, but you're all good. No, say whatever you want, girl. F it, F it. I swear like a sailor offline. I have pretty filthy mouth. I have really, really good vocabulary, but I've got a filthy mouth on me. Kind of balances things out. Yeah, he's a very poor communicator, hun. And I feel like I know you told me Ian didn't talk to him. Because he's denying his feelings here. This is fact, and I also want some clarity. I know what this King of Cups means, but I just want to get a little deeper here. You're right, Wendy. Cause yeah, if he stays and you guys start dating and then he has to go, that's gonna be such a bummer. And I take back the fact that he has a girlfriend. He may be sweet on another girl. That's possible, but I don't think I don't think he's like living with someone or it's not a serious relationship. It's like someone who he's like flirty and friends with, and he's a single guy, you know, and he lives in Germany and he met this person before he met you. I don't think he's talking to her right now. Um, but I don't think that's the issue. Quite frankly, I don't think that's the issue at all, because it's not. I don't feel like that like whoever he's talking to, it's just like lighthearted flirtation. You know what I mean? Like if you're as a single person, like sometimes I have, you know, some friends that I'm kind of flirty with just because I need that energy. You know, um, and that's not the case with you and him though. It started out like that, and now it's getting deeper. Like I feel like he's the type who is he's a flirty guy, and I sense that he probably has quite a few female platonic friends. Um, but when it comes to the actual like let's get together Al Green part, um, he 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 he's kind of he's kind of a loner, honey. With the high and also with this high priestess reverse, that also is indicative of someone who's a bit of a loner. Um, is used to being on his own. And I feel like men are better at doing that than women. Like I kind of like I have to like really, really distract myself all the time as a single woman. Like I have to keep busy, busy, busy. Um, men, I get, but it's still difficult. But I feel like men are they have an easier time going into what my friend referred to as survival mode. Just like you just do what you need to do to survive. And even though you may be lonely or whatever, it's just like, well, I've got to focus on my work. I know quite a few guys that are like that, and they deny themselves, like, and not just straight guys, like gay guys too. They deny themselves like love. He did say he's a loner at home. Yeah, yeah. And these, I stand by the fact that I do think he has some female friends that he's flirty with, but I don't even think it's IRL. Like, I think it's all online. I mean, he's a software engineer, right? So I'm sure he's online all the time. Um, I don't get the sense that he like goes out or anything very often. Um, so I wouldn't even worry about that. But that is something that I am seeing, and I think it's important to note because it illustrates how he operates romantically. You know, um, so yeah, I'm sorry, hun. I see both your perspectives. And that's the thing, is your perspectives are very similar. Like what's, you know, if he can't stay here and and we both end up falling very deeply, you know, you could possibly move to Europe, or he could possibly move you know, it would be easier for you to move to Europe if y'all got, but you'd have to get married, you know, and it's it's just a lot for him to process. I don't think he's fully going to pull away from you, Wendy, but I think that he is definitely like kind of in hermit mode now, processing things. Like I know he likes you, and he just sees a dead end, and I think he's trying to see like that light at the end of the tunnel. I kept on telling him when he goes home, things will be okay between you and him. I mean, it'll be okay, but it'll be hard. I don't know if you've ever been in a long distance relationship, but that's long distance, you know. And when you're not, I mean, the most important part, I think, of being in a relationship is being physically together. You know, you don't have to question where they are physically or emotionally. They're there. You know. No, I encourage them to go home. Oh, so you're kind of like, I don't want to say fighting back, but you're matching his energy a little bit. You're mirroring one another. You think he'll be happier? I don't know if he'd be happier necessarily, because I think he wants you. I think he'll be disappointed because he can't move here. It's going to be really hard. It's just going to be really hard for anyone to move here in the next hopefully only 4 years. Debbie! Little Debbie, thank you. Where are you? Where are you? And thank you. What is wrong with me? Hey, how are you? Is what I meant to say. Where are you? Oh my goodness. How are you, love? If I fall in love, I'd move. Right? And I feel like women feel that way. Not all women, but a lot of us. Like if I'm the same way, girl. If I fell for someone and I have fallen for someone, in the past who, long distance relationships, I've had a couple where I fell for someone who lived far away. I always told myself, well, I'd move. I love where I live. I really do. But I would move for someone. Absolutely. And I think that's the seriousness that we have. I'm sorry, Debbie, been better. I'm sorry, man. I think that's the level of serious. You adhere to that level of seriousness. And I think he's afraid of that right now. How old is he again? Like 32? I don't think I think that's another thing. I don't think he's ready to be serious. He's flirtatious and he likes you, but 33, yeah, but he doesn't feel 33. I'll tell you that. He feels like very young. I don't know if he's ever told you that, but he feels a lot younger than I think a lot of us do, maybe. But he feels very like immature for his age, which I'd say he isn't. He's got a great job. He does a great job of it. But examining the rest of his life, I can kind of see that. Like he's a loner. I don't think he knows how to be in relationships. He knows how to flirt and he knows he likes women, but I get the sense that he hasn't been in a relationship in a long ass time. And it kind of scares him. It scares him a lot. And because, being in a relationship when you're in your 20s is very different from when you're in your 30s. That's when things get serious or should get more serious. And I think that's part of it too, is he's like, whoa. Things would have to be really serious. We'd have to get married. If my visa's denied and I don't know her well enough to know if I want to marry her, and she doesn't know me well enough to know if she wants to marry me. Like I really want to if I were you, if things were going great, I would visit him in Germany and observe how he lives in Germany, because that would show you everything that I think that I'm trying to explain to you. He is a loner. He doesn't go out much. He's chronically online. I don't know if he plays video games or what, but he works really hard, so he doesn't really I don't think he really has time for that, but he's like chronically online. I think you would see that if you went to visit him, or if we had the power to like fly magically over there and invisibly like watch him, like spirit guides are able to do, you'd see that. Yeah, that's something I would do for someone I want to be with. Me too. Absolutely. I'll be honest. If they lived in a really crappy place, I could never live in like Kansas. No offense to anyone who lives in Kansas, but like maybe there's unless it was a really cool city. Are there any cool cities in Kansas or like Arkansas, middle of nowhere? I'd have to be like, we might want to rethink where we live because this isn't a good place. It's not that, like there's not a good sense of community, like middle of nowhere, not a lot to do. So I've thought about that too. Like most places I would be happy to move. And hi, hello, Haley. Yeah, go ahead, girl. I'd love to read for you. Absolutely. And you, there's no, the queue is open. I'm just gabbing with Wendy after her reading, getting more insight, gleaning more insight. Yeah, I've thought about that too. It's like if the guy lives in a cool place or a nice place, like for sure. But if he lives like, I don't know, like South Central or something, like or the Tenderloin, I don't know. Actually, I do have a friend who lives in the Tenderloin, but it's the Tender Knob, so it's not as bad as like. Tenderloin is, I don't know if you know what it is, but it's like it's our Skid Row in San Francisco. It's really scary, and I have to work. I have a job there in 2 weeks. The fashion department is in the Tenderloin, and I hate it because I walk there because I take BART and I walk because there's no parking. It's just right next to BART. I have to walk past so many people who like with or straight up putting needles in their arms. Yeah, yeah. Like smoking crack. Like I can't tell you how much drug use I see there. Yeah, but the thing is that they have these like they're not cops, but they're called like community watchers. They're basically like crossing guards. They're basically just like babysitters because there are people that are so effed up on fentanyl that they'll just walk into the middle of the street. And so there are people that like I don't want to call it the GHETTO word because I hate that word, and I think there's just as a Jew and as someone who like just is not cool with racism, I don't like that word. But anyway, it's not the nice place, and it's scary, and I've never been harassed. I keep white light around me, and I look for other commuters because there's UC Hastings over there. There's City Hall, so there's people walking to work as well, and I just kind of keep close to them, you know. Thank you so much, Haley. Sorry, I'm all talking about the crazy parts of San Francisco. Yeah, Skid Row. The thing about the difference is between Skid Row and the Tenderloin. The only difference is Skid Row is so huge and just keeps on growing. I haven't been to LA in like 3 years, and the last time I was there, I stayed at this cool ass hotel called the Indigo, and I went for a walk just down the street, and it was a really nice area. I turned the corner, and it's like I'm on Skid Row. There's tons of encampments. There's people doing drugs. I just like ran like down the street. I was like, I did not know it was so close. And it's like that in San Francisco. There's like abject poverty and drug abuse, and then like right next door, it's like bougie wealthy people. Like that hotel, I don't know if there's like a record label or something around there, but there were hella like really attractive black dudes going with like huge bags of like Louis Vuitton and like all going like I can't tell you how many dudes I saw that they looked like rappers or something. Not rappers. They looked like maybe music producers or something. But it was really cool. I'm just like, okay, all right. Like they'd have these big ass bags from like Chanel and stuff. I feel like it's like an artist's kind of hotel or like a musician's. I don't know. It's called the Indigo, and it just seemed like everyone that stayed there was young and cool and hip and very wealthy. Um, so really, really interesting dynamics in major cities. Miss Haley, I'm so sorry. I'm babbling a lot. It's a babbling day. Thank you so much for your donation, sweetheart. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Oh, shoot. Let's change this. Oh, shoot. Okay, Haley, while you are typing your question, I need to run upstairs real quick and grab something. Thank you all. All right, and we are back. Haley, you there, girl? Miss Fashion Destination? And thank you everybody for all of the likes. Wow, we have so many likes on this live stream. And if you haven't given this video a like, please remember to do so. It's a very simple gesture, and it really means a lot to me. Thank you. Haley! Miss Fashion Destination. Oh wait, your name isn't Haley. I'm thinking of someone else. Your name isn't Haley, is it? That's because I have another client and her username is Shopaholic and that's Haley. I saw Fashion Destination and I thought a similar thing. That's so funny. I'm so sorry, honey. Your name is I've referred to you as M, right? Or Mel. How did I refer to you in the past? I'm sorry, honey. I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry. You're like, what the heck? Why is she calling me this? You were okay. That checks out. That checks out. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You are not Haley. Oh, how cute. There's a tiny little spider. Just hello. Oh, I love those little spiders. You know those really tiny ones? I call them. They're called money spiders. They're supposed to be good luck. They're supposed to give bring money. Oh, he's so cute. He's so tiny. You can keep doing your thing, man. He's cute. Mel. Okay, Mel. And you would like to know, will Dave contact me in the near future? And thank you. I was just going to ask if you could remind me what your sign is. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's see. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. And what is Dave's sign? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Dave contact Mel in the near future? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Dave contact Mel in the near future? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Dave contact Mel in the near future? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Dave contact Mel in the near future? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Dave contact Mel in the near future? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Dave contact Mel in the near future? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Dave contact Mel in the near future? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Dave contact Mel in the near future? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Dave contact Mel in the near future? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Will Dave contact Mel in the near future? Oh wow, I didn't know spiders bring good luck. Yeah, yeah. Actually, once I was doing a reading for someone, like maybe a year or so, maybe a year and a half ago, and a tiny spider crawled on one of her cards, and I was like, "There's something there that has to be a sign in some way." And I was reading for she's another reader. All you guys should check her out. Her name is the High Priestess Tarot. She's great. She's amazing. Very intuitive. Anyway, so I was reading for her. We read for each other, and she looked it up, and apparently spiders, depending on spiders represent fertility, creation, but I know at least I think it might be a British thing because my family's from England, but I know at least in England, like if you ever see those tiny itty bitty spiders, I'm not super afraid of spiders. Like when you think about it, we're much bigger than they are. You know, they're probably terrified of us. I don't like tarantulas or anything like that, but those tiny little ones, they're so cute. They're like itty bitty, like they're just the cutest little things. And in England, they're called money spiders. And when you see one, it means that that money's coming in. So watch out, girl. Money's coming in, I think. I know you didn't ask that, but that whenever I see that that's a sign. We got 10 of Swords reversed, and you don't know his sign yet. 2 of Wands reversed. Oh gosh. King of Wands reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Wow. And 10 of Pentacles reversed. Wow. Things are very different from yesterday. I swear, yesterday I pulled like almost all upright cards for almost everyone. The last reading I did was almost all reversals too. This is all reversals. I'm sorry. I don't think he's going to contact you in the near future. Can you tell me more though about what your connection is with him? Because that'll help me dissect this more and what's going on. Did he block you, or did you block him, or this? Okay, this we'll start with this 10 of Swords reversed. Did you guys go through a breakup of some type? Because the 10 of Swords reversed is an ending that is very difficult to process. I mean, all endings are difficult to process, but when it's reversed, it's almost like being in denial of the fact. Just getting to know each other. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely pulled away. I don't know how long it's been that he's pulled away. You chatted briefly yesterday. Okay. What's the rhythm of your, can you tell me like the rhythm of your text? Is it or your communication? So do you chat like every day? Because I get the sense that you're feeling he's pulling back his energies. I'm sadly I'm getting that feeling too. Um, it's a good sign that you guys chatted yesterday, but I get the sense that you felt like it wasn't a bad conversation, but it wasn't like how things were when you've just started. Like I know you guys are just starting to get to know each other, but I feel like he was more enthusiastic at the very beginning. Um, it looks like he is not looking, not every day, but a couple times a week. Okay. Okay, so that's the rhythm, and he's stuck with that. Um, he hasn't strayed from that rhythm. I'm gonna get some clarity here. What I'm thinking and what I'm believing is that, have you told him what you're looking for in a relationship? A friend of mine has a relationship coach, and this relationship coach claims, and at first I was like, I don't agree with that, but my friend told me that this relationship coach said, when you first start dating someone, don't tell them what you want. Don't tell them that you're looking for marriage, that you're looking for kids, that you're looking to settle down. Get to know the person first. Good. Yeah, because if you tell them that, because if you tell someone new that, they can, if they are a manipulative person, they can just agree with you. Hey, Christy, I'm doing well, thank you. They can just agree with you to get what they want. You know, we know how a lot of dudes are, that they'll say anything to get in our panties. You know what I mean? Um, so that's very smart that you didn't say, and I don't know what you want from him, from anyone long term. With this ten of Pentacles reversed, I'm assuming that you would like a family, you would like to settle down, and I get the sense that he's not looking for that. I did, Christy. Thank you so much. I'll read for you when I'm done with my live stream, unless you wanted to do it on here. Thank you. Um, okay, yeah, Two of Wands reversed is concerning to me. You guys aren't officially together, but I do feel like he is chatting with other women, or at least one other woman. And did you guys meet on a dating app? Because if that's the case and he's single, that would make sense. You know, you guys are just talking. Um, you know, you haven't gotten to the point where you delete the apps. You know, um, and yeah, you want something long term. Yeah, that's where I see he may have sensed that. I know you didn't tell him that, but I think he picked up on that. I get the sense that he's more intuitive than we may think he is. Not on a dating app. Okay, right on. How did you meet him? I always want to know, because like how do people meet people not on dating apps now? Like, I know there's ways, like, you know, get involved in your community, like, because that's what people did back in the day. Like, I used to watch Sex in the City. I've seen every episode. Those women didn't have cell phones until like the last season. And they were always finding dudes and meeting up with each other and making plans and not ghosting each other. Like, it was very, like, you could be functional without phones, and people met organically. And it's just not that way anymore. Like, if they made Sex in the City now, it would be a mess. It would be a bunch of women disappointed, going on dating apps, living in New York. And yeah, it's a jungle out there. That's okay. He is too young for me. Oh, okay. That's got to be part of it too, hun. Um, I don't think he's ready to rest his laurels. I don't think he's a player. I don't get player energy. Well, we do have this King of Wands reversed. There is some insecurity. But the King of Wands reversed is about insecurity, not feeling good enough for someone, or what you said, like he's too young for you. He's too emotionally immature. Um, I do find it hard to believe though that he would just ghost you. Um, I don't think he's gonna ghost you. I know Spirit said that he's not gonna call in the near future, but I don't want to disagree with Spirit, but what I will say is I don't think he's gonna ghost you, and he may say, I'm not looking for what you're looking for, I'm sorry. But he may be too emotionally mature to do that. I don't know. I really hope he doesn't ghost you. Cause yeah, I hope that he, if you do, cause, if you guys talked yesterday, you're gonna need some closure if he just stops talking to you. Yeah. And I don't get that sense either. I get the sense that he would tell you, like, look, like, I'm like not looking for something serious. Like I found I dated a guy once very briefly, and that happened right on the night of our first date, right before I was about to leave the house. He called and was like, "We're not looking for the same thing," and just hung up. I'm like, "Okay, well, thanks for telling me." I will say I was grateful that he told me. It just like nipped it in the bud because he was lying to me. I told him what I was looking for. Yeah, and I wasn't ghosted by him, and I wasn't. I was stood up. I got all dressed up, but he gave me the reason it's not going to work because we're looking for different things. He was deceptive with me the whole time we were talking because he knew. Because I told him I was silly. I didn't learn that you shouldn't tell people what you're looking for at first, but I told him, and yeah. Now, if I were to go on a dating app, I would just say like I'm only looking for long term. If you're not looking for that, just please don't talk to me. Like you know. But maybe I don't know if that's smart either. I don't know. Anywho, yeah, his communication is not good. I don't think he's gonna, I don't get the sense that he'll ghost you, honey. It is, yeah, no, being ghosted is absolutely the worst, and I would never do that to someone. Like, if I felt that I needed to stop talking to someone, I would give them the explanation why. You don't just leave people in the lurch like that. Yes, everybody's been going through stuff. Like cancers for sure. But like Aquarius has been going through a lot. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, Mel. Mel, not Haley. I still can't believe I did that. Yeah, I just think he's just not the right guy for you. I think that's what Spirit is saying. I don't think he'll ghost you. I think he will contact you again. I just think it's going to taper off. And but I do think you'll get the closure you deserve. Um, yeah. Thank you so much, love. And you're very welcome. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, this retrograde, because it's not just Mercury retrograde, Christy. We're also in Venus retrograde. Venus that controls love and romance. So, and romantic connections. So it's kind of an S storm for a lot of people in their romantic life, including your girl, including this girl right here. Things are a little hectic. Um, but we prevail, we stay strong, and we keep on moving on. It's all we can do. And listen to our intuition, you know, right, Steph? We were talking about that last night. Like, just listening to your intuition is really, like, I've got to listen to like, I'm hearing my intuition, and I'm getting chills right now. It's just like, yeah, listen to your intuition. I can't wait until, yeah, I can't either, Christy. Let me look at, I'm pretty sure it's the 15th, but let's be sure here. I think it's the 15th for both Venus and, yeah, right, Steph? I think I think both Venus and Mercury get out of retrograde on the 15th, but I'm gonna see when it ends because this is a lot. Mercury retrograde ends on the 7th. So keep that in mind, y'all. Now I'm looking up Venus when that's going to happen. No. And Venus will be out of retrograde on the 12th. So the 5th and the 12th of April. By the 12th, this will all be gone. I don't like retrograde either. I always joke that retrograde is like the universe's period. Like it happens, it has to happen like what, 3 times a year? Which isn't like a period, but it's I see the universe as a woman creation, and it's just something that sucks that we have to go through and causes, emotions to go wacko. My phone has been acting up. Electronics start acting up when Mercury is in retrograde. Yeah, my love life is a mess. It's but at the same time, a lot of people are like, yeah, I've been talking to so many people who are going through these similar things. Okay. All right, y'all. So the queue is currently open. I didn't do my spiel. We just jumped right on into it when I started this live stream. If anyone here that's watching is new, welcome and thank you for your subscription. And for all y'all who are returning, so good to see you. I am Sophie. Hi. I'm a tarot reader. I can answer any question, with the exception of legal or medical questions. I am also a psychic medium. I can contact those who have passed on, who have shoveled off this mortal coil. I have to check first. I found in my practice that I cannot get in touch with absolutely everyone. Some people have reincarnated, or some people have not fully processed things and learn, like, because spirits, I've been told, have to learn how to communicate with us as well. That's a skill that they learn after they pass. So if they haven't, learned that or moved on, process things, then that can be difficult too. So I just ask, if you're interested in communicating with someone who's passed on, I just ask that you, before sending your donation, if I can just check to make sure that I can contact them, and then we can proceed. But those, I offer that. I also offer past life. I also do past life regression. Do I do pulls for reincarnation? I've never done that. No, like, you mean like asking a question, like did so and so reincarnate, like, and asking tarot? I've never done that before, if that's what you're talking about, but I could. Sophie is the real deal. She's always right. Oh, thank you, Christy. I'm gonna take a picture of that because I need. I'll actually just screenshot this. That's a wonderful compliment, Christy. Thank you. I need to get my website up and I need to have testimonials on there because you guys say the kindest things to me. It really, like, makes me feel really appreciated. And I thank you. Yeah, Steph, I could do that. That would be really interesting. Or for past life readings, or who I was in the past life. Well, that's the past. Well, that's what the past life reading is. Oh, here's the deal: is so I've been doing past life readings for about 2-3 years. You are wonderful, Steph. You're wonderful, and thank you, love. So I've been doing past life readings. I've been obsessed with past life and reincarnation since I was about 5 years old. You'd think I was a Buddhist, but I guess I am a little bit. I definitely adhere to Buddhist, pretty much every Buddhist belief. I definitely believe in reincarnation. I know it's real. But I perfected my. Yeah. So we can do it in a different way. Like, I mean, it's the way I explained it there. I ask your guides to illuminate a past life that's most relevant to yours now. But you could also ask, like, just show me a past life where, like who was I in the past, or yeah, just learning about your past, and it's still, you're still yourself too. So it's very, very interesting. Um, and I think I've gotten it down pat. Um, like I get these visions that's what I get, and but I feel like I've, like, streamlined it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Steph. I'm the one that's yeah. So yes, because that's really helpful to you. That's what we want. Um, Thank you, honey. Thank you. Let me go ahead. Add you here. Because when I used to do past life readings, I would simply ask spirit, like, show me a past life of my querent, of the person who I'm reading for. And now I get more specific. It's just like, what's going to help my client the most in their life, So that's what we're gonna do. Thank you, honey. Thank you. All right. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illuminate past lives that is most relevant to her. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illuminate one of Stephanie's past lives that is most relevant to her. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illuminate one of Stephanie's past lives that is most relevant to her. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illuminate one of Stephanie's past lives that is most relevant to her. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illuminate one of Stephanie's past lives that is most relevant to her life right now. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illuminate a past life of Stephanie's that is most relevant to her life right now in her journey. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illuminate a past life of Stephanie's that is most relevant to her life this time. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illuminate a past life of Stephanie's that will help her navigate this life. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illuminate a past life of Stephanie's that will help her navigate her current life. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illuminate one of Stephanie's past lives that will help her best navigate this life. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illustrate one of Stephanie's past lives that will help her in this life. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illustrate one of Stephanie's past lives that will help her most in this life. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illustrate one of Stephanie's past lives that will help her most in this life. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please illuminate a past life of Stephanie's that will help her most in this life. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, please provide Stephanie with a past life that will help her most in this life. Thank you. Okay. All right, hun, let's get into this. The Sun reversed. Six of Cups reversed. Six of Pentacles. Eight of Cups reversed. Five of Cups. Justice. Knight of Swords. King of Cups. King of Wands reversed. And Nine of Pentacles. Okay, give me a moment here. I need to close my eyes and get this vision here of what we're looking at here. You were a woman in this past life. I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, but we are other genders in past lives. Like I was a dude. I've only regressed two of my past lives. I was a little boy in Nagasaki in one of my past lives. I only lived to be like 9 years old. My last past life, I was a lady. I was a lesbian. Really hard life. We can talk about that later. Anyway, so we can be any gender in our past lives, but in this past life, you were definitely a woman. And sadly, you had some issues with fertility. Yeah. Like this was well, I don't know if it was so much fertility as it was, like, I believe you died in childbirth. Yeah, you died in childbirth in this life. This is like, you were living, it looks like Europe, and it looks like the early 1900s. So I don't think it's a case actually of, because I'm not seeing the Empress reverse, and Spirit's not really like agreeing with me when I say it's about fertility. It was more about the lack of like medical resources. Like, okay, women have been giving birth since the dawn of time, and we've had, and mostly it was midwives, right? And they know what they're doing, and they knew what they were doing. But a lot of women did die in childbirth back in the day, because we didn't have, actually, you know what was one of the greatest inventions ever? LSD. So Philip Hoffman, the great doctor, scientist who discovered lysergic acid, he was working for a pharmaceutical company. Really quick side note, he was working for a pharmaceutical company, and he was a medical, he developed medicines, and he was developing one. They needed one for postnatal bleeding to stop the bleeding after giving birth. And he tried it just on a lark. And he rode his bicycle home, and he had the most amazing trip ever. He took way too much, and he was like, whoa, what the heck? But there's a different type of lysergic acid. It comes from ergot, which is what midwives would. Ergot is a mold that is used to synthesize lysergic acid, and ergot prevents postnatal bleeding. So a lot of midwives would get that as moss and apply it to what they needed to, wherever the bleeding was. But you didn't. I feel like you lived in England. This looks like London. This looks like jolly old London, and you. Yeah, I don't think you ever had a baby in this life. And you really wanted one. I want to read what you said. You just said, that's actually scary. That's wild because I'm terrified of that in this life. Dying in childbirth. I'm terrified of it happening. Petrified even. I've had this fear since I was little. Me too. Wow, Stephanie. Me too. Like the idea of giving birth, like I would like a child just because I would like a little child. I want to nurture a child and take care of a little creature that I love. But the idea of giving birth scares the crap out of me. Like I wish I could just request a C-section, but you can't, you know? And this is not saying that times are different now, hun. You're not going to die in I'm not telling you that you're going to die in childbirth in this life, but you did in that life. Things were like, the level of cleanliness was very low. Sanitary conditions while giving birth was low. I think that you God, yeah, you had this is hard. You had a stillborn. You did give birth to a stillborn, and then you had, I think it was 2 times, and the second time you passed away. And I'm not trying to scare you, honey. I'm not trying to scare you, because we've got this justice card right underneath, and it's like that happened then. It's not going to happen again. You've already gone through that experience in this human life, and I believe that when we come to this earth, we sign a soul contract, and there's some hard things that spirits were like, yeah, I want to take on that challenge, and I want to take on that, and I want to learn and experience that, because I know I'm going to come back, and if I don't experience this, then I'll never have a perspective on it. So that's why you're fearful of it. Yeah, yeah, I think that's why you're fearful of it, because it's still within you. You know, you're still the same person. You're still the same soul. And if this was your last past life, which it may have been, that is going to be a fear. So that explains a lot to me. That the fear that you have, because that was how you passed. Yeah, you really wanted kids. 6 of Cups reversed, and it's the Sun reversed. You never had children in this life. You had a great husband. You had an amazing husband with the 6 of Pentacles and King of Cups. So sweet. The two of you loved each other so deeply. He was always there for you. And even though like postpartum depression wasn't acknowledged back then, he was there for you. He was there for you, and he didn't see it as you moping around. He understood you were going through it, and he wanted a child too with you. I always feel like I was born at the wrong time, like in the wrong generation. Girl, me too. Me too. Like I love like dressing like from the 1920s. I love wearing vintage clothes for that reason. I don't know. I feel like if I'd have been my age now in the 90s, I would have done a lot better. I don't know. Like I was talking about it earlier. I just feel like cell phones have kind of ruined things in terms of dating. I was even talking about it with my doctor. Like how am I supposed to find someone? You know? I feel like I should have been in the 90s. Yes, that's crazy, Christy, that you said that. Yeah, I feel like I should have been my age now in the 90s. Me too. Me too. It's like Sex and the City, they had a great lives. Like, they didn't have phones, and they always met up with each other, and they always had dates. Like, now people are so isolated and lonely. I just got a wave of sadness. I'm glad I had a good man. you're gonna have a good man in this life, and you know, if Ray doesn't come around, there's another guy out there for you, love. There really is. And it's the Six of Pentacles that I talk about all the time. If I see the Six of Pentacles reversed when I'm asking about someone who I'm interested in, not good. It means that I like them more than they like me, or vice versa. But in this life, it was like it was totally equal love between the two of you. People tell me I'm an old soul. Yeah, I believe that, Christy. Um, you didn't work. You were very wealthy. Your husband definitely took care of you, and you just wanted to be a house. You wanted to be a housewife. You wanted to be a stay. You wanted to be a mama, and it 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 was something you could never let go of. Um, yeah, it was always on your mind with this Knight of Swords. It was something that you just couldn't shake. Um, Yeah, and then with this Eight of Cups reversed and King of Wands reversed, you couldn't move on. It was always on your mind, always on your mind that you you were fearful that you couldn't have children. You had miscarriages, you had a stillborn, and then you passed in childbirth, and that explains your fear. I that made me laugh. Very relevant. Okay, okay. Um, so your I was gonna say your fear of dying in childbirth. I've seen this before where people have fears that they don't understand. I have a terrifying fear of falling down the stairs and breaking my neck and paralyzing myself. I hate taking stairs. I hate walking up. I don't mind walking up them, but I hate walking downstairs. I always tell myself like I must have had a past life where I died falling down. That was actually one of the most common ways of dying in Victorian England, was people falling downstairs because they were made poorly, and yeah, women in dresses and skirts, like that's hard. They would just fall downstairs, and I think that might have happened to me because I have such an irrational fear of falling downstairs. I don't know if anyone's seen that show Russian Doll. Such a good show. The first season at least. But yeah, every episode it's like Groundhog Day, and every episode she starts by dying by falling down the stairs, and she just stops taking stairs when she wakes up the next day. It's so funny. That's a great show if anyone's never seen it. The wealthy husband one made me laugh. Okay, I'm terrified of the ocean and being in bodies of water when I can't see land. Then you probably had a past life where you were a sailor or something too. You did go to the sea with your husband. You guys would go visit the seaside, um, on little vacations and stuff. But in this life, I don't think you even swam. You probably had that fear in this life because you had passed away drowning in a former life. That's my theory. There's a word for this actually that I used to know. It's like past life, like anxiety, or like the fears that we have of our past lives, like for instance, in my last past life, I was going to be committed to an insane asylum for being caught being gay. So I took my own life. And now I am such an advocate for saving people from unaliving themselves and aligning myself with the LGBT community, even though I'm not gay. I consider myself part of the community 100%. And I just fear, like, I've always supported, like, the gays ever since I was a little kid. And I think that that's my last life, like, saying, like, you know, like, we didn't have the support in the 1950s. And, like, even though you're not gay in this life, like, help those that are. I almost drowned twice in this life, too. Oh my gosh, girl, you gotta be careful. I almost drowned once. I was on swim team and I overdid it. I was tired and I was trying to do a lap. It was cool though because I had a crush on the lifeguard that saved me. But yeah, it was embarrassing. Anyway, let's get back to your past life. Yeah, this was something you weren't able to move on from. It really plagued you mentally with this Eight of Cups reversed. Um, I want some clarity, and I see this. There was a lot of sadness in this life, and But also you had a lot of love. You had a lot of love. You like I said, your husband absolutely adored you completely, and you adored him. It wasn't like he was, the one adoring you. Um, yeah, this King of Wands reverse. It was like you felt that you're you were meant to, like, your meaning in life, your purpose in life was to be a mother, and you felt like you didn't complete the duty that you were supposed to do, which is really sad that you felt that way, because it's not that way. It wasn't your fault that you weren't able to give birth, you know. But you suffered from a lot of loss with this Five of Cups. You suffered with a lot of regret, feelings of regret, guilt. I know a lot of women who have miscarriages for whatever reason. A lot of them will feel guilty. I knew a woman who fell down the stairs when she was pregnant, had a miscarriage, and she felt so effing guilty. um, Again, falling down the stairs, how weird. But there was that too. That's what I feel is my purpose in this life, to be a mother. Not right now. I feel like, yes, I was thinking about that too, Stephanie. I don't. Right now is not a good time. And Ray feels that, you know that. Yes, and you are going to be a good mother and a good wife. You were an excellent wife in this life. You kept a really lovely house. With this Nine of Pentacles, you guys definitely had money. You lived very well. Um, and you kept a really lovely home despite suffering from some deep depression here, this Five of Cups. Um, but times have changed now, honey. Not my only purpose. Yes. Yeah, and that's really good to delineate and make clear. Yeah, it's not our only purpose as women. We have other purposes for sure, but it's a big one. And you will have a child. I truly believe that, love. I really do. And you got more time than me. You're younger than me. Um, and it's about finding the right guy, right time. Um, and yeah, right time. It's about the right time, and now's not a good time, but it will happen. It will happen. I'm thinking it's going to happen in the next. This may seem really long for you, but I feel like it's the right time is going to come in like 2.5 years. I know I did that reading for you, and I think that's what I said, that you would have it, like your best time of fertility would be like 2.5 years from now. I feel like I just feel like that's like the right time for it to happen. But you have to feel like it's the right time to happen too, you know. Um, so this life, like, there was a lot of grief. There was a lot of, like, yeah, Five of Cups. There was a lot of grief. There was a lot of sadness, and loss. Five of Cups is also loss. You lost your child. Um, but like I said, he had more than one miscarriage. It's fine. I got stuff I want to do first. Yeah, absolutely. Me too, girl. Me too. I want to go to grad school. I have a whole bunch of things I want to do for me before I have a kiddo. Yeah, and then if I become a therapist, I'll probably have to take, and say I, get pregnant, then I'll have to take maternity leave. I don't know, like, it's because it's gonna have to happen soon. I'm 39, so, and I haven't found the right guy, and I don't know where to find him. And it really, it's all God's plan. It's all God's plan. Yeah, and maybe I'm not ready. Maybe that's what it is. I'm ready. I feel ready, but maybe I'm not. You know, but anyway, that was really interesting. Oops, that was really interesting, Stephanie. Yeah, like Victorian ink, not Victorian. Yeah, if it was the 1900s, that would have been Victorian. Was that Victorian times? Yeah, that would be Victorian times. The clothing looked like Victorian times. You've given up on being a mom. Don't, Christy, you're too young. How old are you again? Like 26, 27, 28? Don't give up. Don't give up. If you have that kind of pessimistic attitude, Christy, then you're gonna manifest that. You're so welcome, Stephanie. Like, I have a friend who I need to lecture tonight, like, and just tell them, like, hey, like, things get better, like, and if you assume that shitty things are gonna happen to you all the time, like attracts like, energy attracts energy, and the law of attraction is very real. The only thing I don't like about the law of attraction is the idea that you can just, if you think of it, it'll happen. It's not that way. You've got to put in some work too, you know? But it's the attitude. It's saying, things are going to be better from now on. The past is the past. Yes, there is something to say about pattern recognition in our lives, and that's just something we do, like, psychologically as humans. We look at the past and equate it to our present. But what you need to do is stay in the present moment and tell yourself things are not going to be the shitty the way that they were in the past. Things are going to change. The pattern is going to change. And I'm only bringing good things into my life. Good shit's going to happen to me. I'm going to meet good people. People are going to feel my energy that is positive and loving and warm. And I'll attract good people who are positive and warming and loving. And that's what you've got to do, Christy, is stop saying things that are negative. There's a lot of negative self-talk that concerns me with you and some other people in my life, other friends in my life, and it just I don't want to feel like I'm lecturing or telling you that you're doing something wrong, but I want only good things to happen to you, Christy, and I just feel like if you say things like I'm giving up or I'm giving up on love, I've heard you say that before too, or I've never heard you say I'm giving up on being a mom. You've got so much time, hun. You're 27. Girl, I've got hope that I'm going to have a kid, and I'm 39. So you've got to have that hope. You've got to have that. And it's what I call it is realistic optimism. Be optimistic, but do understand that things might not work out the way that you want them to. And if that is the case, that is something that you just have to accept. It's God's plan. But I'm serious. When I stopped my negative self-talk, my life got so much better. So much better. Like, my life in my 20s was so turbulent. You guys probably wouldn't have recognized me. I was the same Sophie, but I wasn't in a lot of ways. Didn't take care of myself at all. Like, I'm just detached from it, and I've had a bad, and I would manifest bad shit. Like, I'm just detached from it. I've had a bad life, so I detach myself from the expectations. I wouldn't even be thinking about him, and I had dreams 3 times a week about him for 3 years, and I had the baby dream for a month before I said fine and reached out. Oh, wait, Ray? No expectations and no disappointment. I understand that, Christy, but that's no expectations, no disappointment. But you've got to have some optimism. Like, I'm thinking about the star card right now. Like, there's always hope. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. And I was just thinking about another card when you said that. No expectations, no disappointment. The Fool. The Fool has no expectations. The Fool just goes ahead, not knowing what's going to happen, but is optimistic but realistically optimistic. If things don't work out, it's not God's plan. But do look at your life as things are going, like, this is going to be good. This will be good. And it might not be, but I've got to take a chance. Yeah, I sent a message before that. That'll make the second message make sense. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you this detail. I had dreams for 3 years about Ray, and it progressed from the beginning of their relationship to the 3rd year when I was pregnant. I put a baby in his arms. Oh, wow. Wow, that's an intense dream. You're a Pisces, right? Libra. Okay, never mind. Lovely Libra. Okay, that's why we get along so well. A fellow air sign. I love my Libras. I mean, I love all signs, truly. It's funny. I think the sign that I have the most difficulty getting along with is Pisces. So I don't know why I assumed that with you. I do, but I take that back. My best friend in real life, she's a Pisces. So, yeah. there's good and bad in every sign. She's the perfect example of a Pisces. And she doesn't believe in astrology at all. She's like, I don't relate to being a Piscean at all. I'm like, okay, girl. She's so fully seated in her divine feminine. She's very nurturing. She's a therapist. Um, yeah, the dreams wouldn't stop. I wouldn't be thinking about him at all. Then he'd be in my dreams, smiling at me and looking me directly in the eyes. I'm thinking of going for my PhD in a few years. Everyone wants to be with and have a life with a doctor. People respect doctors. Yeah, yeah, they do. They do. I wanted to get mine. I wanted to be a psychiatrist. But I talked to my psychiatrist about it and she was like, you'll have to take calculus. I was like, oh damn. Like that, I don't know if I could do that. And that makes me feel so embarrassed. But yeah, I also wanted to be a professor for a long time. Low key, I just want to marry a doctor. That would be nice. Marry a doctor, um, and go to grad school and be a therapist. I talked to my psychiatrist about that, and she was like, I think that you would be so good at that. It's pretty much almost what you're doing right now with your tarot readings. Um, and you would do great. You'd be a wonderful therapist. I was like, oh, thank you. She fully supported that. Um, and I've been with her. I've been her patient for like 11 years now. She knows me very well. And yeah, she was like, that would be wonderful for you. I'm like, thank you. It's just the money thing, girl, with grad school. I'm gonna have to take out hella loans. And like my girl, well, she was able to pay off most of it. Um, but she still has some loans that she has to pay off. And that I hate debt. I just hate being in debt. I cleared that in my life. And I don't want to get back into it, but at the same time, I also want a more established career, you know? Um, yeah. I've needed to go back to school for a while, but it's always been the money issue. I'm like, ugh. I mean, I went to Berkeley and I graduated cum laude, so that's, nothing to shake a stick at. I'm a smart woman, but I didn't really do much with my degree at all. But that degree is going to help me. That's what my best friend said. She was like, but you graduated from Berkeley and you graduated with honors, like your GPA. And I told her my GPA that I graduated with. She was like, holy crap. She's like, you're going to have a much easier time than me getting into schools. I want to go to a state school in California because they're cheap and they're practical. And I want it to be online so I don't have to commute. I would be having the worst time in waking life, and then I'd go to sleep and see him smiling and looking directly at me, and it would feel so good. I would wake up and just cry. Oh, having the worst time with your ex. Oh, I was gonna say, why were you having the worst time, girl? What was going on? I'm sorry, honey. Oh dear. I wish I had dreams as vivid as that. I just see people that I think about in my dreams, and they haunt me. I think I told you last night. Like that song, like you can take my heart. It was always yours, but give me back my dreams. It's like like stop haunting my dreams. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you still in my dreams? But in my dreams, it's like it's not like that. Like it's just like they'll be like just in that dream, like for just present, just like present, like a background character or like an NPC. You know what I mean? Um, for instance, I was on vacation with my father, like at this beach that I don't know what it is, looked like it was on another planet. This was a dream I had recently, and I saw a person from my past, and they brought me a cocktail. They were a bartender. Like it's just like yeah, it's. I wish I had those kind of dreams, Stephanie. People respect doctors because they make a lot of money. That's why I stay in school. I want money and respect, and the title means a lot. People respect doctors, yeah, but that's the. I feel like being a doctor just for the money and just for the prestige is doing it for the wrong reason, and that comes from someone who has like my parents weren't doctors, but I know a lot of people. I've dated a lot of people. I've had friends, a lot of people whose parents were doctors, and like they would say like that they weren't a doctor for for like a good reason. It was for the wrong reason. I had a few friends who had doctor parents. Like I had one of my friends, her dad was an oncologist, and he definitely did it for the right reason, like to help people and that's hard. Curing, like working with cancer, all your patients have cancer. Like being an oncologist is probably one of the toughest doctors to be at. Like no, like I always thought that like I would never be an oncologist because like I would have so much guilt. I would, if I could save someone. But yeah, yes, there is a lot of respect, but that's not a good reason to do it, Christy. I think the best reason to do it would be to help people, and you're a good woman, and you want to make money. The money thing, totally, yeah. But doing it just for that, I know that's not you, like, and I also had another client who was in grad school, and she told me that she only went to grad school to get a boyfriend and to be respected. I've never felt respected, and that means so much to me, to be respected. You don't need to be a doctor to be respected, Christy. I think that you need to put on, like, I don't want to say put on a facade, but you got to really believe in yourself, and I know you respect yourself, but I don't think people see it as much. Like, I don't think you're as confident as you should be. And if you radiated more of that confidence, I respect you. I respect you highly, Christy, because I know who you are, and we've known each other for so long. Um, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's giving me a flashback of a client that I had to like ban from my channel because she needed help that was not of my pay grade, that was above my pay grade. Um, yeah, she went to grad school just to get respect, just to get a boyfriend. I'm like, no, 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 no. You go to grad school to improve yourself, to have your best life, not for other people. Well, to help other people. Yeah, for sure. That's the Hippocratic Oath, Um, oh wait, it's fine. Why I know I'm supposed to be with him for a reason. It's wild. I don't dream about those same people regularly. Ray was always there. Oh, that's crazy, Stephanie. And when we were not in contact, so it was not a coincidence I was dreaming about him. Yeah, yeah. Did you like him when you were younger, or when did the attraction to him develop? I want to make money, be respected, to help people to survive, and to feel confident and eat healthy. Yeah, that's great, Christy. That's wonderful. Um, yeah, just being your best self, and doing all the things you want to accomplish. And then love falls into place. And the best loves I've seen in my life, the healthiest relationships, are always when someone is not looking for love. Like, I really believe that people find love when they're not looking. Yes, you do. You do. You would be so horrified by my diet, Christy. You would be like, "What are you eating?" When I was 13, never dreamed about him before that, though. So, oh, you've liked him since you were 13. The attraction was from when you were 13. God, that's so funny. I have that song stuck in my head, 13. Um, oh, yeah, so you've liked him the whole time. I was just asking because I was like, wait, if you didn't like it, if it was just like a random thing, like you didn't like him, you weren't attracted to him, and it was just like a random thing, I'd be like, well, that's really like amazing. But I do have to say, if you have had feelings for him since you were 13, like, I'm not dismissing the power of your dreams and the reality of your dreams, but I also do believe that a lot of our dreams can deceive. I'm not saying your dream is deceiving you, but I have had deceptive dreams where I, felt that I was told that something was destiny, something was meant to be, and it didn't come true. And a lot of my dreams are visualizations of what I want and who I want in my life. And um, I think that's common for a lot of people. But you never dreamed about him before the 3 years of dreams. Oh, okay. Oh, not her going to school to get a boyfriend. What? Yeah, she was not well. She was not well. I only read for her for like 2 days. She'd just been dumped by her. Well, she had this boy that was a friend of hers, and it was platonic, but she knew he liked her so much, and they were friends for 2 years. And he started dating a girl, and she had a breakdown, and she came to me thinking that I was here to like be a soothsayer, and I can't do that. I'm here to tell the truth. And yeah, she came back to me after, like, I read for her for 2 days. Um, I told her the truth, and she would say things like, "You made me cry right now. I'm crying right now. You just made me cry." I'm like, "I'm so sorry, love. I'm so sorry you're going through all of this." And then she sent me an email saying that she was like, it's not healthy for me to be on your channel. I want to unalive myself after what you told me, and now I have to go. And now I have to go to a really expensive therapy appointment tomorrow because I want to unalive myself. And I was like, you are not on my channel anymore, honey. You need help. You really need some serious help. And I'm not at that point right now. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. You need that, and don't come to my channel because you're coming for the wrong reasons. Like, of course it hurts. Like, she went to grad school to get a boyfriend. This guy, obviously, I hate to say it, but if he liked her, he would have made a move after 2 years. Love doesn't take that long. As I learned the hard way when I was 22 from my friend who was 65. We hung out with this old dude who was awesome. Rest in peace, Michael Vossi. But I had a crush on this guy, and it lasted like 6 months. And he was not making moves. I even invited myself, I invited him on a date, and it was so platonic and awkward. And Vossi, like, I cried one night because I went to one of his concerts. He was a musician. I was like, why? Like, what the hell? And he was like, Sophie, if he wanted to be with you, it would have happened already. Love doesn't take that long. And it hurt. It hurt me so much when he said that to me. I wasn't mad at him at all. It was just the truth hurt. It was a dark truth. I realized. I'm like, shit. Because then I looked at all my other relationships. And I was like, yeah, they happen pretty quickly. Like, I take it slow getting to know people, but like, I don't, you don't waste time when you're really into someone. I've always been attracted to him, but I didn't want to be with him, if that makes sense. But I reached out, and it went great for a while, and I believe it's not over yet. I have prophetic. That's amazing. That's amazing, Stephanie. I've only had one prophetic dream. I was 13, a themed night, 13. I was 13 years old, and I was supposed to hang out with my friend that afternoon. It was summertime. We were going to go shopping. Her sister had just gotten her driver's license. And I had a dream that her and her sister got into a car accident. And then I woke up, and I called her immediately. And she was like, Sophie, I don't know if we can hang out today. I just got into a car accident with my sister. I was like, okay, girl, I just called you because I had a dream that happened. I'm getting chills right now. That was the only time that happened, was when I was 13. And it wasn't a horrible accident. Her and her sister were totally fine. It was just like a little fender bender, early, she just got her license. She wasn't the best driver. But, and it was even the spot where they got hit. I knew where they got. I was like, were you on Ignacio Boulevard on the overpass, like on the hill? She was like, yes. I'm like, oh my God, that's what I dreamed. Like, down to the place. It was like, I guess, like, my spirit guides were showing me what was happening at that time in my dream. Like, hey, like, you might want to call your friend. I had the dream Marcus died the night he actually did. I woke up like, yeah, you told me that. I had been having dreams of one of my brothers dying for 3 months before that. I didn't know which one. Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Stephanie. That's intense. That's intense. Yeah, what I've realized is, the truth sets you free, absolutely, but the truth can also be very painful. However, everything is in flux. Everything changes. Everything is mutable. Nothing stays stagnant forever. And the bad things will dissipate. Sadly, the good things dissipate as well. Everything is a cycle. And the day he did, I saw his face, and I saw in the dream the last picture ever taken of him before I actually saw it. Wow. 90% of my dreams have manifested at some point in my life months later. Wow, Christy. Yeah, my dreams, you guys would laugh at my dreams if they're really silly. They don't make any sense. I travel a lot in my dreams. I'm usually in London or Paris or on another planet that I don't know what it's called, but it's a place. It's like I go to this place in my dream, and it has a beach. I don't know if you guys watch Black Mirror, but it's kind of like San Junipero. It's like not on anywhere on this earth, but it has an ocean, and it's really nice, and I dream about being there a lot. Everything is in flow, and everything will be absolutely, Stephanie. Everything is in flow, and everything will be okay. Absolutely. And I feel vibrations that warn me of stuff. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, well, Christy, Stephanie gets that too. Right, Steph? That's what you told me last night. Sorry, I don't mean, I'm not trying to like share things that you may not want to have shared, but that's, oh my God, right, girl? That's my all-time favorite episode is San Junipero. I think that's everyone's favorite episode because it's so interesting to think of. I'm getting chills, like the idea of being able to harness one's consciousness, harness one's soul, and upload it to the cloud. And then what who was it was the black girl. She said she was the one who was like, well, my husband didn't go to San Junipero, so why is it fair for me to stay here? You've seen it, but it's such an interesting concept. Like my husband didn't have this opportunity. My daughter didn't have this opportunity. I won't be with them, and there's a chance that I'll be with them if I die naturally, but we don't know for sure. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Yeah, that was sweet. They were such a cute couple. Oh my God. And she was so awkward, that the girl with the white girl with the glasses. She was so awkward. She's so pretty. They're both so gorgeous. Oh my God. I don't know the actresses' names, but I've seen them both in other things. But yeah, that is hands down my favorite episode of that show. I love that show. I think there's a new season coming out. I was watching the one where they're on the bikes. You know that really hot black guy, the British guy who was in Get Out. I forget his name, but he you know that episode? Oh, anyone who knows what love is would understand. And I love how that song, which I love, I listened to it driving home today. I love how that's like an Easter egg in every episode. To play it in some way in every episode. I guess the guy who created the show probably just loves that song or something, but I'd never heard it before the show, and it's such a good song. But I love that episode. I think it's called 100 Million Points or something. And they're all on bikes. And they're all British. And they're like, just, I was thinking about that episode today. I'm like, so they're making energy for who? I guess the gentry, like the really rich people. And then if you're not super rich, you just have to be subjected to a life of being on a bike every day and providing energy for England. So weird, but so powerful too. Like how he gets his like show at the end, or his like podcast, and just like speaks the truth. I can't watch it anymore after therapy. My desire to watch shows that are dark like that went away. They give me anxiety now. Oh, I'm sorry, hun. I'm sorry. I think some of them are very dark. The one that was quite recent, the one where they were, the actor who plays Jesse in Breaking Bad was in it. And they're astronauts in the 50s. I don't know if you saw that episode. It's really dark, and I didn't like it. It was too dark for me. The one, and I also really like the Caliber one where they work at the office, and he's like obsessed with that Star Trek show and puts them all on the show, and like goes like that. Yeah, that one's really really good. I think some of them are like San Junipero is not dark. It to me it's touching, it's moving. But some of the episodes are, yeah, like, oh my God, the one about the kid who was like a pedophile. Oh, what was that one called? Show me you can dance, or yeah, Show Me You Can Dance. Oh my God, and they play that great Radiohead song at the end. Oh, that's such a powerful, but so dark, it's so dark. So yeah, some of the episodes are very dark. Yeah, some of them I can't watch. I totally hear you. Yeah, there's some that I'm just like, nope. Like the very first episode, I can't watch that one. Can't watch the astronaut one. I liked the one that they did where it was interactive and nobody else seemed to like it. I loved it. Balderdash. I thought that was really, really clever. And I really liked the story. Um, and yeah, no, they portrayed certain things in very accurate ways. Let's just put it that way. Um, yeah, I really liked that one. Um, what have I been watching recently? Um, I'm trying to stick to comedy. I've been watching a lot of that show. I don't know if you've ever seen that show, Big Mouth. It's a cartoon. It's done by one of my favorite comedians, Nick Kroll, and it's just basically about puberty. But it's really, really funny because it's like the worst time of in our life. Yeah, the one where all the robots were armed after civilization had collapsed, and Boston Dynamics and DARPA are building those exact same robots now. Oh God, the one that was in black and white. I think it was called Metalhead. You know Nick Kroll? So many people don't know Nick Kroll. I love him so much. Have you ever seen the Kroll Show? I rewatch that all the time. I honestly can like, I think I've memorized most of that show. My favorite is Publicity. I'm a hard worker, and I just want to have fun, and I'm the one that works hard. I was oh my God, those girls and like them arguing. Oh my God, so funny. My favorite Publicity is the one with the cultured water. Oh my God, how about we do it England, London, England. Oh my God, because we'll do something that has culture in it. Yeah, oh my God, I love London, England. And then everyone gets food poisoning because they didn't refrigerate the yogurt water. She's like, I kind of feel like every lady like likes to drink something that's kind of like medium thick and kind of salty and white. I'm like, gross, man. That's so funny. I love Publicity. And Jeff the ref. I actually I was driving to work the other day and I was just not feeling happy. So I just put on Ref Jeff, the best of Ref Jeff. And the one where he goes to the kids' party, the one he goes when he's in prison and nobody wants to like be, he's like, nobody wants to be his friend ever. He's like, I'll be your bitch. I could be a Southern Belle if you want. And he's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be a top or a bottom. I guess we'll figure that out tonight. He's very physical with his humor, and I love that. Yes, oh my God, and he's so smart too. Like it's just very, you can tell he was good at improv. Him and John Mulaney met in college and are best friends. Hollywood, is Hollywood a show? No, we're talking about a show called it was a show that was on Comedy Central. God, when was it on, girl? Was it like the early 2010s? I want to say like 2012 to maybe 15. And it's a skit show, and it's just really, really funny, Christy. It's so, so ridiculous. Like, oh my God. I love Rev Jeff. I love Publicity. Oh my God. I'd say that to my friends a lot. I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. I love Jenny Slate. She is so funny. My niece, Denise. Hi, I'm Denise. Yeah. Yeah, I'm Liz's niece, Denise. Oh my God. And what's his name? Ricky Nash. The failed rock star with my one hit, LA Dele. LA Dele. You don't have to be a Jew to get your rock and roll mitzvah on. He's like, yeah, and now I got off of drugs because I went to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Love him. And Bobby Bottle Service, I take care of you. I do something really respectful for you. You're a really beautiful woman. You got a really, really beautiful, beautiful chest there. I really like that. We could do something real great here, work together. And I love Chelsea Peretti. Oh my God. Yeah. No, we could like be like, like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yeah. He's like, yeah, girl, we could work together. And then his mom, he's obsessed with his mom. He cries every time he talks about his mom. I love my mother so much. And oh my God, and then when he does it, he ordains a Jewish wedding. And he's like, well, I don't really know how to do this. I guess we're supposed to like stomp on glass and well, your people or my people or your people killed Jesus. So yeah, I forget what he says. So you gotta rewatch it. It's so funny. Oh my God. When I've been blue, I default to Nick Kroll. He is hilarious, and you should check out Big Mouth if you haven't seen it. I put off watching it for a while because the concept seemed really weird to me. I'm like, I don't want to watch a cartoon about kids going through puberty. That's a little weird, but they make it so funny. Like it's arguably the most like traumatizing part of our lives, right? When we start hitting puberty and become an adult. I was 11 when I got my period, and I felt like guilty. I don't know how to explain it. I felt like I shouldn't have gotten it that early because I didn't want like, yeah, it was, I was ashamed. It was so sad. So you do love Big Mouth. Okay, because I started watching it back in October. I put it off for a while and I just like watched the first episode. I'm like, oh, this is good. I watched the I watched the one where they ate shrooms the other night. That one is so funny. Oh my god. They get caught in Brooklyn eating and they that was so funny. Some of the episodes are really, really meta and not super funny, I will say, but there's some that are just absolutely hilarious. Shane Gillis makes me laugh too. Shane Gillis. I do not know. I've never heard of that person. Is that a woman or a man? I'm guessing. I guess Shane is a man's name, right? I love Nick Kroll. Have you? I love Nathan Fielder. Have you ever seen Nathan For You? Oh my God, Nathan Fielder is so funny. I was really thinking like, is he really just like an awkward ass guy, or is he putting this on? And I just thought that to myself like 2 days ago, and I went on YouTube, and there was a video that this YouTuber did, like, who is Nathan Fielder, and he did all this research. He is not he is that's a character 100%. Like all the pictures he found pictures of him in his high school yearbook, and he was smiling. He was part of his improv group, and he went to high school with Seth Rogen. Nick Swartzen. I used to love Nick Swartzen. Oh my god. I still like him. He's kind of I think he's going through some, like, the last time I saw him, he looked really, really bad. He looked like he was like doing hella drugs, and he's gotten big. Um and it was a Logan Paul music video. He was randomly in that. And now he's just like all potty humor. Like he's kind of changed. I really wanted to see him live back in the day. I'm like kind of worried about that guy. I think he's kind of, yeah. He's a fat. I think he does snowflakes. I think he likes to go skiing too. Because he's just, and that is common with a lot of alcoholics, because there's the depressant aspect of it, and then you need something to lift you up. So, you know, I think it's both. I think he's alcoholic, and I think he goes skiing. Um, and he's not in a lot anymore. I mean, I don't see him in many movies or anything. He was so talented. Terry. My name is Terry, and I'm just like totally partying. Terry is so cute. Oh, I just got murdered. It's like, no, Terry, you did not get murdered. You're alive. Yes, I did. They stole my roller skates. That's the best quote. I just got murdered. No, you didn't, Terry. No, you didn't. But also with the Terry character, people have said now that isn't kind of cool. Terry, I'm Terry Jaspermans. He's Terry. Well, his name. That's the funniest thing. He said when he was in jail, he's like, "Hi, I'm Terry Jaspermans, and I've started two gangs now. We're kind of getting traction. I started the Kitties and the Grape Slushies, and people are starting to really respect us." And I'm just like, dude, your name is Terry Bernardino. Like every time they like check him in, and they always say Terry Bernardino. Oh, Terry. He says I'm Terry Jaspermans. The kitties and the grape slushies. Where people are getting some respect, though. We're getting some respect. I'm so starting a gang called the Grape Slushies. We're gonna be thuggish, ruggish bounds. People are gonna respect us. The grape slushies and the kitties. That's so cute. He's so ridiculous. Terry Jasper. But yeah, I did see people talking about, yeah, Terry. That's what cracks me up when he says that. I'm like, dude, the whole time you're Terry Bernardino. Like, in the movie, when you find out he's actually really, really rich, and his dad was Paul Rubens, who played Pee Wee, and everything is true. He actually does have a private jet. Like, I don't know if you saw the movie. The movie wasn't as funny as the show, but the ending, like, and Terry in that movie, so funny. You find out that everything he said is true. You like Black Mirror and Survival of the Thickest. I haven't seen or heard of Survival of the Thickest. What's that? But yeah, people were saying, like, well, it's kind of not cool that Nick Swardson played that character because he was playing a gay, like a super gay guy, but he's straight. It's kind of like misappropriating. But at the same time, the guy who plays Officer Dangle, Thomas Lennon, he's straight, and he plays a lot of gay roles. And to be honest, I'm friends with a hell of a lot of gay people. I talk to a lot of gay folks, and I don't think anyone's ever been offended by Terry Bernardino. I think people just get on their high horse about stuff. I mean, it's not like, oh my god, like freaking what's his name used to do blackface in the 80s. Like shit, what's it, Billy Crystal? He had this one character that was really, really racist. And it's just like, wow, like I won't be supporting you anymore. Like I know it was the 80s, but I don't care, you know? It's on Netflix. It's a show about Michelle Buteau. She's a great comedian. Okay, I'm gonna have to write that down and check that out. Oh my god, you guys, should we unbox this? I really want to unbox this. I want to show y'all. It's so cute. Okay, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you, Stephanie. And then I'm gonna unbox the mini-so. There he is. There's Cinema Roll. I really, really hope that I get the little twin stars. That's what I'm hoping for. I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got a 2. Either one of the little twin stars I want. So I've got a 2 in 7 chance of getting the little twin stars, either Kiki or Lala. And I kind of want Kiki. I want the little boy with the blue hair. He's so cute. I love Sanrio. I love Kuroki, the frog. When I was in there today, I actually asked one of the ladies that worked there. I was like, "Hi, do you guys have any Kuropi items? The little frog?" And she kind of laughed. She's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay." Like I bought a Kuropi wallet and a Kuropi keychain from there not too long ago, and then I found a Kuropi magnet. They just need to bring back Sanrio. The Sanrio stores, since they stopped, because it used to be just a strict franchise, and you could, like in the 90s and the 80s, and you could only find Hello Kitty stuff at the Hello Kitty store. I'm probably too old for a lot of people to remember this, but you had to go to the Hello Kitty, or it wasn't called that, it was called Sanrio. Everyone called it the Hello Kitty store. And then they just started, they stopped the franchise, and now you'll see Hello Kitty stuff at, you know, the grocery store, or like the drugstore, little toys for little girls. Or me, I guess. And now it's kind of like, yeah, it's not as special. And I don't see Kuroki anymore. My little frog. He's so cute. I didn't get a keychain. That's it. I found this at Miniso. Isn't this so cute? It's a plush cushion of Kurops and his best friend who's a little ghost. It's so cute. Probably can't really tell it's a couch. And then I got some dirt on it like the day I got it. But anyway, I love it, and he's so cute. I don't really know what to do with it, but I found this at me, so. Love my Kuropi. So the queue is currently open if anyone has a question. Now would be your time, because I've been on for almost 2 hours now, and I will be stopping the live stream if nobody has any questions after the 2-hour point. I'm waiting for Steph because I think she wanted to see me unbox this. Now let's see here. Do I need scissors? Is that what they're saying? No, I can just pull that. Okay. If I get Kuromi, honestly, if I get Kuromi, I will give it to someone in this chat. Like I hate Kuromi. I don't want a goth character in Sanrio. I'm already goth. I've got my goth fix. I don't want a dark character in Sanrio. Sanrio Land is about being not goth. This is my melody. This is a fluorite my melody that I found in Chinatown. So cute. Yeah, I'm a child. I regret. I've definitely regressed. I love my Sanrio so much. Oh, I hope Steph comes back soon. I want everyone to see me unbox this. I was here to stay. Come inside, it's okay. Then I'll take you. Okay, so it's been 2 hours. I really wanted to unbox this thing live, but it looks like there's not a lot of people in here. Let me know if you're in here and you want to see me unbox this little Sanrio thing, and because it's a little surprise. It's a what are they called? The surprise boxes or something like that. We are doing a last call for any and all donations tonight. If you have a question, please let me know. I'd love to answer it for you. Last call, everybody, for any and all readings tonight. If you need a reading, just let me know and I can take care of you. Last call, last call, last call tonight. You're here. You're so welcome, Steph. You want to stick around because I'm going to do last call. I'm going to see if for 3 minutes. I'm going to see if anyone needs a reading. And do you want to see me unbox this? I'll do it. I'll do it if we don't get any. And I'll do it, even if we get a donation. But hey, everybody! I see there's more people in the room. If you'd like a reading tonight, now would be your time to make a donation. You want to see Christy? All right, for sure. I'll unbox it before I log off. Yeah, everybody, last call. I'm going to give it another 2 minutes. If you would like a reading tonight, let me know. Let me know. Thank you. There's some people who slide in like right at that 3-minute point and make a donation. So I always give it 3 minutes. I've had a couple of times where I've received a donation like the second I log off. I'm like, oh man, like, damn, I feel bad. Last call, everybody. Gonna give it another minute and a half. Last call for any and all readings tonight. Thank you. And then, of course, Christy, when I go offline, we'll move over to Instagram and take care of you. Okay. And yeah, that's what Christy does. Christy takes advantage of my private readings. If you would prefer your question not to be on the live stream, that's totally fine. I can accommodate that. Absolutely. Just message me. We can do it over voice memos on DMs on Instagram, or I can type it over email. Last call, everybody, for any donations. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Last call, last call, last call. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds. If you have a question that you would like answered, please let me know and I will help you out. Last call, last call, last call. I'm going to give it another 20 seconds. I would love to read for you. Last call. I need to write a song. I actually wrote a song a couple nights ago. It was weird, Christy. I was sad and I really wanted to listen to a song, and I had a song in my head and I sang it. It wasn't a song I've ever heard. And I had the lyrics just came out of my mouth. I recorded it. And it's not a bad song, quite frankly. I need to refine it, but like I wrote my first song. It just came out of me, Christy. It was magical. I've never written a song before. So let's do this. Stephanie, are you still in the room? Actually, I don't need to move this. Leave this here. So we're going to unbox this little thing right here. Get ready, everyone. Doesn't look like there's a lot of people in the room. I don't know if people are here, but time to unbox the mini-so surprise box. Oh my god, what do we have here? I think it's cinnamon roll. I bet it's, yeah, I think it's cinnamon roll. Yeah, that's cool. I like cinnamon roll. He's hella cute. Sorry. This little guy. Woo! He's cute. And I guess it comes with 2 seashells or something. I don't really... Oh, I see. So he sits on the seashell, and then he has one that you click behind him. That's cute. Oh well, I didn't get what I wanted, but that's cool. At least I didn't get Kuromi. Or I would have been disappointed with... I'm not a huge fan of Pomporin. But yeah, when this gave it away, I wasn't actually psychic. It said... it says cinnamon roll on it. You can't see. All right, I'm going to have to find a place to put you, sir. You are very cute. A little disappointed. I really... Okay, Sophie, period. You should write it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I am. I'm going to refine it. I know the guitar, because I play guitar, too, and I was singing the guitar part. Like, so I have and I'll find out what the chords are, but I know the melody, and I sang the background guitar, and... Yeah, I'd like to. I really want to refine it. It was really magical, girl. Like that's something that's just never ever happened to me in my life. I've always wanted to write songs, but I've been able to write poetry, but melodies were very difficult for me. But I really like this song I wrote. It really was super cathartic, and yeah. All right, so I'm gonna call it a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you all so very much for being here. Let's see, it's 7:20. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here, and I am going to move over to Instagram with Christy, and much love and light to all of you. And let's see what's going on tomorrow. Oh, I might be on tomorrow. I'll do my best to come on tomorrow. I have a very busy day tomorrow. I have not one but 2 classes, so I'm going to be indisposed for a little while, but I'm going to do my very best to go live. You should get some sense from Canvas Beauty. What's Canvas Beauty? What's that? I'm gonna really quickly look that up. Makeup for all skin types. We love that. Okay, I'm on their website. They have over 25 body glazes. Mango is one of my faves. Ooh. What do you mean by body glaze? Does it make your skin shiny? I used to write songs when I was younger. I used to try to write songs when I was young. I used to try to write songs when I was younger. I was in a band when I was young, when I was like 13. I started playing guitar when I was 12. And if I want to play guitar again, I know I can, but I've got to cut these nails on my left hand or else I can't play. I can't hold the frets. So that's the sacrifice I have to make if I wanted to play guitar, and that's okay. My nail lady would be so pissed with me, but that's all good. So Canvas Beauty, okay, yeah, hella body glazes. That sounds cool. And scents. Oh, body drops. Oh, these sound. Is it like all really sweet stuff? Because I don't really like stuff that smells like dessert. I like stuff that smells like kind of musky, and I'll be honest, like my favorite scents are very masculine, like almost like cologne. I love cologne, but like the scents that like I wear Le Panthère by Cartier, and like that's like my new favorite perfume. It's really nice if you ever get a chance to smell it. That's what they need to invent on the internet. I know they have Scentbird where you can like try different scents, but there needs to be some like machine where you can like smell a perfume on the computer before you buy it. I want to see invented. You know what I mean? All right. So I'm going to call it a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you all so much. Again, it's like a moisturizing glaze. It looks like body scrub. Oh, okay. Okay. So it has like little like, gritty stuff in it, but it's moisturizing. Okay. I need to find a really good, your girl just turned 39, so I need to find a really good under eye cream. If you know of one, let me know. But I'm gonna do some research on like the best under eye cream, because that's where I need, and I'm willing to spend a lot. Like I'm really frugal, but like when it comes to my vanity, like yeah, I wouldn't mind. I know La Mer is like one of the best, and it's like so expensive. Some smell like flowers. Oh, okay, that work. I love florals. Yeah, I love florals. Um, what was I just saying? Oh yeah, under eye cream. Yeah, I need to find something that's really, really moisturizing. I tell everyone, like if you like anti-aging is all about wearing sunscreen no matter how much melanin you have in your on your skin. You got to wear sunscreen, and you've got to moisturize morning and night. Always moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. I like Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana too. Oh, I haven't smelled that. I'll have to give that a smell the next time I see it. Um, I used to wear La Maîtresse by Les Gens Provocateurs, which is like a lingerie brand. It's almost like it's like musky. It's really nice. I think they stopped making it. And when I was younger, I used to wear My Queen by Alexander McQueen, and they discontinued it like shortly after he passed away. And I almost went to the boutique today, but the um, the gentleman working there they only help one customer at a time at that place. So I was just like, okay, let's just be real, Sophie. You're not gonna buy anything today. Like, if it's like that, even though it's an outlet, like, and I asked him, I'm like, oh, is this by appointment only? And he's like, no, I just help one person. We help one person at a time. I'm like, that's the shopping experience I do not like. People following me around. I just want to browse. I'm getting Grace and Stella under eye patches because I lose sleep and have little bags right now. Yeah, my mom told me I had some bags under my eyes. I think I wasn't getting enough sleep. Um, yeah. Putting castor oil under your eyes can help. My mom swears by castor oil. I have a thing of castor oil that she gave me, and she says it's great for like everything. I used to use coconut oil actually for everything. I just put it on my face before I went to bed, and my face would be shiny and like not oily. Well, yeah, oily, coconut oily, but it would just like my skin would just like it would sink in my skin as I sleep, and when I'd wake up the next morning, my skin would be so soft. I got it from. Are you familiar with Shea Beauty? They're a really really great company. I'm pretty sure they're like I'm pretty sure they're from Chicago actually, and I think it's like it's like a black female owned business. You use it, yeah. They have some great freaking products. What did I use? I used their coconut oil. They had one product that I like was obsessed with. I'm forgetting what it was. But they have really good products, and they're really well made, and I trust them. But I found a bottle of just pure coconut oil from Shea, and I also used to use the it was like this black body scrub. and it was made of I think coal or something. And anyway, they know what they're talking about. Shea Beauty knows what it's talking about. And I really just love them. All right, I'm gonna stop babbling and I'm gonna sign off. And I'm gonna move over to Instagram. All right, Christy. So much love and light to everyone, and I will try and see you tomorrow. Bye.